Well, hello everybody. Hope you're all doing well as we enter the 11th module, the 11th week of school. This week you're going to be using the information that you learned last week about the conditions at Valley Forge to answer the question. If you were at Valley Forge during the winter of 1777, suffering like George Washington and the Continental Army, would you stay and stick it out and re-enlist, or would you not re-enlist and quit the Army and go home? Now, to do that, you've got a couple different options, but if you are comfortable writing it on your own, just using the documents as a reference, then you could simply go to the DBQ Formal Essay 11.2 and you could type right on this Google Doc. Now that's an option for you. Now I imagine some of you might need a little bit more support, so we do have some support for you. And that's all located back on the DBQ Online. So again, when you go to the DBQ Online, you'll choose the Valley Forge DBQ, but notice before you choose it, you have a few sample essays that you can take a look at. You have a non-proficient example, a basic, and then a higher proficient example. So I encourage you to read those as a model paper to give you a pretty good idea of what I expect. Now, once you've done that, you have another tool at your disposal, and that is called the Essay Builder. Now, just like last week when you were analyzing the documents, the second to the last choice is called Essay Builder. If you click on Essay Builder, you're going to have a pretty cool tool to help you write a very nice DBQ essay. The first thing you'll do is bucketing. Now, bucketing is simply classifying your documents to form a claim. So in this particular example, let's imagine that I am going to stay and not go home, and my three main reasons for not going home is because of the survival rate that comes from document A and document C, and you got help is coming from document B, and then the words of Thomas Paine have also inspired me. Now, those are the three reasons why I'm going to stay. Now, this is going to help you develop your claim. So you would have to type, I would re-enlist, and then however you name these buckets, those are going to be the three things that you are going to prove in your DBQ. Now, the documents are here, and you also have the background essay for your reference, and all your work, if you click on document A, all your analytical work from last week will be accessible to you. So with document A, that supports the survival rate. Remember, 85% of the people at Valley Forge were surviving, so maybe that's enough for you to stay and re-enlist and fight for the Americans' freedom. Now, that is the first part you have to do, and this is really going back to the discussion from last week. Now, when it comes to writing your DBQ, I always say to my students that writing is thinking at its hardest. It forces you to be precise, and it can be very difficult and can be somewhat discouraging. But there are a couple tools to help you with that. The basic tool, I think, is called the Essay Outline. And this is, you'll get to it just by clicking on the top here, you'll see it. And this is pretty cool because it tells you exactly what should go in each paragraph. So a grabber or a hook, and I typed in a grabber or a hook, some background about who's it happening to, where's it happening, a little bit from the background essay. Then you restate the question, and then you state your claim. Now once you've done that, you click Build Paragraph, and it puts it all together for you. That's pretty cool. So it's giving you a rough draft. Then you could do it for your first body paragraph. What's your main claim? Is it the survival rates? Then you type, I would stay at Valley Forge because of the survival rate. Then what evidence? That comes right from the document. And then with the reasoning, just like we've done quite often, is that we have to explain how our evidence supports our claim. So that's your first paragraph. Then you got a second paragraph, third paragraph, and then we get to the conclusion. Now once you've done all of that, fill in what you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a first draft. But the cool part is that you click Build Essay, and then it will all show up here. Now of course I only did the opening paragraph, but if you were going to do all of your paragraphs, you would have a complete essay. And then it's this essay that you can copy and then go back to the formal DBQ and you could paste it here. It's also at this point where you can start to use some artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT. Or on Thursday when I see you during our live class, I will direct you guys to Class Companion, where you'll have some AI tutors give you some advice on your DBQ. So again, you can very simply write your opinion, tell me about it, but if you really want to build your writing and thinking, your analytical and critical thinking skills, these tools are there for you. Now in the event that you want more help, there are also some links here. I've given you the Essay Builder step by step, and using the DBQ Online Essay Builder Part 1 and Part 2, and you can watch those at your own pace. Now remember, if you have a nice rough draft by Thursday when our live class starts at 1:46, I'll be directing you to an incredible AI tool called Class Companion, where you'll be able to get some feedback on your DBQ and revise it. So again, ChatGPT and AI comes in during the process, but it is really most valuable once we have our thoughts on paper to give us some feedback and give us some guidance to help us write in a better capacity than we could without it. So with that, I'm here as your guide. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, and I'll be back to you as soon as I can. In the event that you want additional help, remember my office hours are from Tuesday from 1:42 to 2:31, but CVA's policy is that you have to make an appointment. So please just shoot me an email, and I'll open up a conference for us, and we can get down to business and help you write a very high-level explanation about your opinion on whether it is wise to stay or to go at Valley Forge. All right, my friends, I hope all is well with you on the 11th week, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Bye for now.